Hey everybody, it's Commander Clyde. We're back with another patch notes video. Today we got the Godslayer 5.23 update notes. Big changes today. First, skins. We don't care. I will comment on, I guess that's cool, but the tech theme, I think this has kind of been worn out at this point. I think we need to move on from all the tech-based skins. This is interesting, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, reskinning a character for a different theme, essentially, I guess is cool. Not a bad skin. I like it, I guess. The only weird thing about this one is the cat ears. I don't know. This is cool. Another Hollow Knight type of thing. I like that. This is kind of predictable, but it's cool. I like how they done it, and the voice pack isn't like a vampire stereotype, which is nice. And this is whatever. And then the main skin from the Odyssey is the Godslayer Ares. Obviously, cool skin, nice colors. I have no idea how this looks in game though. Like it looks, the card art looks really nice. I doubt it looks that nice in game, but you know, we'll see. Anyway, got some new items for the Odyssey. All this stuff here, and then the bonus items here, including the Ares skin. New adventure. Loki's on the naughty list. Okay. Loki's on the naughty list. It's up to you to punish him, journey back to Helheim and face the trickster in epic final battle from shadows over Hercopolis. Isn't it Cropple? Whatever. But prepare yourselves. This encounter brings all new challenges, and Loki is sure to have new tricks up his sleeve. Project Olympus player gifting, whatever. UI, another more pointless UI changes that don't actually pertain to what Project Olympus was initially started to do, which is actually improve the functionality of the game, which they have failed to do. The netcode's still bad. There's still really dumb frame issues that don't make any sense. I still have frame skipping issues. I don't know what's causing that specifically, but it has to have something to do with the game because I don't have that issue with other games. Anyway, new stuff for the Fantasy Points store, whatever. Awesome chest editions. Yeah. This is nice though. I like this skin. I don't actually have the Kaiju Sobek. I'll have to see how many points I need. New loadout stuff and skins. Count bearings for many will not be available when update 5.23 goes live. The skin will release at a later date during update 5.23. Shankui's mastery skins have been updated. Yeah! Bug fixes. General fixed an issue with a red ground target appearing beneath buff camps in the tutorial. Console fixed an issue where referred friends would receive an error when a new user tries to play the tutorial. Skins. Shonen Spark Mercury fixed an issue where this skin would play multiple voice lines on a single ability fire. God and Item Bugs. Aegis Amulet fixed an issue where upgrade Aegis Amulet could be used at unintended times, like while already firing an ability. Others called Bees updated the description to show how much damage Bees does. Then Hell reduced the percentage chance of Hell saying a voice line while stance changing from 100% to 60%. Thank God that's the most annoying thing about stance changers. Thankfully, Tyr does not have a voice line for stance changing. And that's nice. But then again, Tyr does not talk much, so God balance Apwash. When midseason hit, Apwash rose from the dead, becoming a strong pick in conquest while continuing his strong performance on other modes like Assault. The keys to his success were his new early game strength and the fact that Empty the Crypts had more staying power, with this patch wheel looking to tone down aspects of his kit to increase counterplay options without changing what makes him a valuable pick. Zone control and burst DPS. Undead Surge is seeing a decrease in its slow duration, both reducing his ability to chase or peel enemies off himself. Empty the Crypts is also seeing a duration reduction. The zone control and pressure this ultimate provides gave teams large openings to siege objectives or stall out engages. The reduced duration should give teams more openings in these situations. Undead Surge decreased soul duration from 3 to 2 seconds. Empty the Crypts decreased duration from 6 to 5 seconds. Good changes, because obviously in team modes, Opwash is strong, and he, of course, is outperforming when they buffed him a lot. Of course, this makes me a little bit sad for Duel, but, like, no one in their right mind plays this god in Duel, so it doesn't bother me that much. Which, of course, you can guess what that means. I'm probably an insane person. Hey, Kukulkan changes. Early on in Season 5, Kukulkan was quite the powerhouse, receiving 3 nerfs to bring him more into line as the season is shaped out, however. Kukulkan has struggled to keep up. Overall, his Berserk form is still quite impactful, and that is what most of the nerfs were targeted towards, rather than reverting that and bringing back frustration. We want to increase the power of base Kukulkan and his team fight potential. Spear of Mortal Pain's cooldown is being reduced. This will allow him to bring more control to fights while giving him a large boost to his rage. Spear of Mortal Pain, Warcry. Decreased cooldown of Spear of Mortal Pain from 100 to 85 seconds. Updated description to display the cooldown of Kukulkan's transformed ultimate. 35 seconds. It says you're not going to get it off again, though, even though it shows that. I don't know what the point of that is. Anyway, yeah. Good buff. He had been brought down quite a bit from where he was. I don't think that made him that much weaker, though, really. I thought he was kind of in a good spot. Although 100-second ultimate cooldown puts him way out of line with other warriors, which I don't like that. I prefer consistency, which is most warriors have a cooldown of about 85 seconds or less on their ultimates. Kukulkan's being 100 doesn't really make any sense compared to the rest of the class. So it's a good change. Anyway, Guan Yu, a while back, Guan Yu got significant changes that pushed him towards the top of ranked and normal play. Why has he not been picked at all, though? What do you mean? I guess it was back when he had 2x healing on Conviction. Doesn't anymore. He hasn't for a while. His passive applying to all abilities while in combat caused him to excel in many ways, especially with Conviction getting a 2x healing multiplier. When we changed this to 1.5, he quickly fell out of favor and went back to struggling behind the rest of the gods, which could have just been a pick rate issue, honestly, to me, because I don't think he's that weak. He's just underutilized, and I don't think a lot of people know how to play around him, or rephrase that. I think most of it is a lot of players don't necessarily know how to use him properly and fit him in. And when you get a guy with a low pick rate, obviously he's going to struggle, just because if it's not favorable, it's not being practiced. Therefore, people are not as capable with him as they are with other warriors. Well, I could be wrong, but they gave Conviction a little bit of a boost from 1.5 times healing to 1.7 times healing with his passive full. Wait, Hades. Hades is a god that has undergone a larger identity shift over the years. Previously Guardian, today he plays as a point-blank AoE mage with high damage potential with high trade-offs, but older stats that made sense back then currently hold him back from accomplishing this. We are increasing Hades' base movement speed to better facilitate his close-range damage. Pillar of Agony will also be buffed, specifically by increasing the protections Hades receives while firing this ability. These 2 changes should help bring Hades bring together Hades' entire kit, allowing him to build more damage but still survive team fights. Increase movement speed from 355 to 365, which should bring him with boots to about 431, which is where a lot of the more aggressive mages are in their movement, so that accentuates his current kit. Increase protections in his ult from 60 scaling to 100 to 60 scaling to 160. 60 more prods late, which takes away some of the issue he has against certain gods of not being able to fight during his ult, of just dying in his ultimate because he can't fight back. And he doesn't have enough prods to survive DPS. So he just dies. Which helps a lot, and against single targets, that's a big deal for him to get that much more protection. Means you can actually ult, means you won't die in 5 seconds. Actually, less than that. You won't die in seconds. Like, they changed good quality of life. They're thinking about how he works. Honestly, I think the movement speed's a bigger deal than this in some respects. In terms of, it shows that the dev team is thinking about how the god functions, what he's intended to do. So they've given him more movement speed to facilitate that, and that's a good sign for what the team is doing. This is just, we think he's dying too fast in his ult. Here's more protection, which may or may not be unbalanced. We'll see. Anyway, Vamana, this is a completely ridiculous buff. I don't know why they've done this. Anyway, here we go. Colossal Fury is supposed to be a moment of high impact where Vamana can charge forward and lead his team, but he often struggles at accomplishing that goal. The bonus health is not enough to keep him alive through focused damage, and in many cases a single god can invalidate its use. We are increasing how frequently the heal occurs and decreasing the amount to make his health regeneration more smooth. We are also adding a stacking health shield that will boost his survivability during combat without increasing his out-of-combat healing. Finally, Colossal Fury will now allow Vamana to step through players and player-made walls, making him much more difficult to block from a fight. What? Excuse me, what? No. No, no, no. You can't do that. Please stop. He just... What about minions? Does he go get blocked by minions? I don't know. But that's stupid. Why would you do that? I guess Colossal Fury. He just crushes everything in his path with his nasty feet. Anyway, let's read the changes. Colossal Fury. Vamana now also gains a stacking health shield every second equal to 0.6% of his max HP per 0.2 seconds. Why? This shield fades when Vamana's ultimate ends. Change this shield to tick every 0.2 seconds instead of 1 second. Why? Vamana still heals for the same amount of health each second as he did previously. Can now pass through player-made walls while his ultimate is active. Why? He's not in a weird position. It's not like he's going to low pick rate. I mean, I don't think people are using him that much, but that's just because they want a better teamfight god. Vamana's not as much of a teamfight god as a lot of the other warriors are, so he doesn't get picked as often. But that's just how the god functions. That's not a problem of it being weaker or bad. So now they've given him a health shield, which is completely dumb when you've already got like ticking health, ticking healing. So it's like even if you get anti-heal against him, he can still beat you just because he's got a health shield. And you're like, what am I supposed to do against that? You don't do anything. He just kills you. It's like, what? This is the most pointless buff I've ever seen. He's gonna be broken in single target situations. I don't know why they've done this. If he starts getting banned in Duel, I'm going to be mad because I like to play Vamana. And now, do I get to play Vamana still? I don't know. Maybe not. Probably not. We'll see next week. We'll see, or well, we'll see on Tuesday. I don't know. There's just no reason to do this. I don't know what they're seeing. Keep him alive through focus damage, and in many cases, single god can invalidate its use. I mean, I don't think he was in a position where he needed that, though. Because couldn't you just get like a bulwark if you were concerned about that or something? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, recap. Vamana's broken now. Good change. We got a bunch of other quality of life changes that are good. So I don't know. This is a weird patch. Anyway, like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed the analysis today. I like that they're at least thinking more about God function and changing gods to help them with how they function instead of just being like, this god is bad at this, let's buff him. They kind of did that with Vamana, though. I don't know. But yeah, check out the helpful links in the description for the tier list, my Twitch live stream channel, and my Twitter if you want to keep up with video updates. And I'll see you guys next time for some more Smite. Have a good one.